I love you more than words can say.
And I love you, always.
Forever with you.
I just don't understand why this is happening to me. It hurts so much. I feel so...
Hey, it's okay. I'm right here with you.
I know. Just hold me closer.
I did it to protect you.
Protect me or yourself?
Us. I was protecting us.
You knew about this all along?
I suspected, but I wasn't sure.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was trying to protect you. I've loved you from the moment we met.
And I you.
Will you marry me?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
The night was no longer just dark. It had become dangerous. Inside the cold interrogation room of the police station, Ateş sat alone. There was no sleep in his eyes, only strategy. The evidence had been planted against him. The media was shouting outside. Every channel was repeating one name, Ateş. But Ateş remained silent. On the other side, Mekran was restless. She knew this was Sabri's game. The problem was she had no proof, only belief. As morning arrived, a new twist changed everything. An anonymous email was sent to the police, containing the real CCTV footage from the warehouse. In the video, Sabri's man was clearly seen planting the evidence. The investigation team was shocked. Sabri received the news. For the first time, tension appeared on his face. Who did this? At that same moment, Mekran took a bold step. She held a press conference. Kamera flashes. Reporters shouting questions. Mekran said firmly, "The truth will come out very soon. Ateş is not guilty." Her statement went viral on social media. People were divided. Some supported her, others stood against her. The police called Sabri in for questioning. In the interrogation room, for the first time, Sabri's confidence seemed shaken. From a distance, Ateş watched him. Their eyes met. This was no longer just a legal battle. It had become personal war. But the biggest shock of the episode was still to come. As Sabri left the station, an unknown car stopped beside him. The window slowly rolled down. A mysterious figure inside said, "You started this game. I will finish it." For the first time, real fear appeared on Sabri's face. Meanwhile, Ateş was released temporarily. As he stepped out of jail, the media rushed toward him, but he only said one sentence. "Now it's my turn." Intense background music plays. Mekran stood at a distance, watching him. There was still distance between them, but this time they shared the same goal. In the final scene, Ateş opened old files in his office. He circled one. The silence after Ateş's release did not last long. Inside his office, the circled name on the file kept staring back at him. Coral, a man long believed to be out of the picture. A man with power, money, and old grudges. Ateş leaned back in his chair. "So you were the shadow all along." Meanwhile, Sabri was losing control. The mysterious warning outside the police station had shaken him. He immediately called his trusted aide. Find out who leaked that footage, and find out who is backing Ateş. But what Sabri didn't know was that someone inside his own circle had already switched sides. Across the city, Mekran met secretly with a former financial officer from Sabri's company. The man was nervous, constantly looking around. "You don't understand," he whispered. "The warehouse was just a distraction. The real money trail leads somewhere bigger, offshore accounts." Mekran's eyes widened. "Whose accounts?" The man hesitated, then said the name slowly. "Coral." Back in his office, Ateş received a message from an unknown number. One sentence only: "Trust no one. Even the closest ones are compromised." His jaw tightened. That same night, Sabri arranged a private meeting with Coral in an underground parking lot. The tension between them was heavy. "You promised me protection," Sabri said angrily. Coral adjusted his cufflinks calmly. "I promised you opportunity. Protection is earned." Sabri realized something terrifying. He was just a pawn. Unaware of this meeting, Ateş had already started moving his own pieces. He contacted an old ally from his past, someone who owed him a favor. "If I fall," Ateş said firmly, "they fall with me." The next morning, breaking news exploded across the city. A financial investigation had officially been opened into Coral's businesses. Sabri watched the news in shock. This is impossible. But it wasn't. In the final scene of Part 2, Mekran entered Atesh's office quietly. There was no anger this time, only determination. We fight this together. Chaos didn't take long to arrive. Within hours of the financial investigation going public, Atesh's main warehouse was set on fire. Flames rose into the night sky, lighting up the city with destruction. Fire trucks screamed through the streets. Ateş stood at a distance, watching everything burn. His jaw tightened, but his eyes remained calm. "This isn't business anymore," he whispered. "This is war." Across town, Coral watched the same fire on the news with a cold expression. Sabri stood beside him, visibly nervous. "You said pressure," Sabri muttered. "This is destruction." Coral didn't even look at him. Pressure creates collapse, and collapse creates control. But Coral underestimated one thing. Ateş never collapses quietly. The next morning, a powerful countermove shocked everyone. Confidential documents exposing illegal transfers from Coral's offshore accounts were anonymously delivered to multiple media outlets. News anchors repeated one headline: "Is Coral the real mastermind?" Sabri's hands began to shake. He realized the ground beneath him was disappearing. Meanwhile, Mekran confronted Ateş privately. "You knew they would attack," she said softly. Ateş nodded. "I needed them to." She looked at him in shock. "You used the warehouse as bait." Ateş turned toward the window. "Sometimes you sacrifice a piece to expose the king." At that moment, Ateş received a call. It was Coral. For a few seconds, neither man spoke. Then Coral's cold voice broke the silence. "You think you're playing chess, Ateş, but you're still on my board." Ateş repeated calmly. "Not anymore." Click. The line disconnected. That evening, Sabri made a desperate move. Without telling Coral, he secretly contacted the authorities and offered partial cooperation in exchange for immunity. But Coral had already predicted betrayal. In the final scene of Part 3, Sabri returned home late at night. The lights were off. The house was silent. He stepped inside slowly. Suddenly, the lights turned on. The night felt heavier than ever. Inside the dimly lit living room, Sabri stood frozen while Coral slowly rose from the couch. "You thought you could betray me?" Coral's voice was calm, too calm. Sabri tried to speak, but fear had already taken over. "I had no choice. Ateş is destroying everything." Coral stepped closer. "No, Ateş is exposing everything." Before Sabri could react, the sound of sirens echoed outside. Both men turned toward the window. Police vehicles surrounded the house. Sabri's face drained of color. "You called them?" Coral smirked slightly. "I never lose control." But this time, he was wrong. The front door burst open. Officers stormed inside with warrants in hand. Financial crimes, money laundering, illegal.